You're listening to the Incomparables Total Party Kill podcast, in which a group of friends play Dungeons & Dragons on the internet for your amusement. This is episode number 428, recorded and posted in December 2023. Yetis roasting on an open fire.
Welcome back to Total Party Kill. I am Micah Sargent, he, him, your dungeon master for this festive episode of Total Party Kill, How the Lich Stole Mirthmas. I am joined by four fantastic players who are joining me currently on the side of a mountain as they continue to try to rescue the town of Ostenwald from the evil that is the Lich who lives in a tower nearby. For the first time but second episode, it is Amanda Silberling. Hello, Amanda.
Hello. I'm Wolf Kaminsky. Wolf Kaminsky is named after my dentist, Kaminsky Wolf Dental, # not sponsored.
What class is your, class and race?
Yeah, Wolf is a warlock shifter. Wolf can shift into a wolf. Pretty crazy. I took this character from a game that I play with my friends, and within that game, Wolf was an old man at first, and then we went through a portal and some crazy magic happened, and now he's like 11. So he's just like a little boy who is also kind of wolf-esque. In Hero Forge, I just made him a wolf, but then I'm like, well, when he's not transformed into a wolf, does he still look like a wolf? Who knows? And he has a pirate hat as a relic of his past adventures as a pirate, aka the campaign he came from is a pirate campaign.
That is wonderful. Thank you for being here with us, Amanda. Also joining us is Erica Ensign.
Hello, Erica Ensign, she, her. I am playing Lady Souza Christina de Guerin, who is a half-elf noble who is also a rogue, but nobody knows that, except for these people who have seen her slice a Yeti's tummy open. If you have seen the Doctor Who episode Planet of the Dead, you know exactly what she looks like.
Also joining us, Dan Morin.
Hello, I am playing Reza, the Leonin Paladin, who basically looks like a giant lion wearing plate armor because it's cool. My pronouns and Reza's pronouns are both he, him.
Wonderful. And last but certainly not least, the person who typically is your dungeon master, but in this campaign is trying to make me veer off course, it's Tony Sindelar.
It's me, Tony Sindelar. I am playing Zindalar, the enigmatic, charismatic tiefling sorcerer. He's got purple horns, he's got purple feet, he's got a purple tail. He's all purple all the time, here to ensorcel you and provide all your sorcery needs. Zindalar.
And he's got
I'm a sorcerer.
Ridiculous charisma.
Yeah, just like me.
He puts the care in charisma.
Alrighty, folks. So last we left off, you all were on the side of a mountain. Zindalar had just flown into the air and unfortunately did a boo-boo where it caused an avalanche, and that resulted in a gigantic Yeti called a Yeti Alpha, making its presence known. And you are currently battling this Yeti as you are trying to make your way up to Dresden's tower, where you hope to reclaim the stolen gifts of Ostenwald below. So we
just to check, Michael, we didn't fight 4 previous Yetis, right?
No, you did not fight.
This is not Yeti Alpha 5.
This is. I was wondering what I said that led to it being. Okay. Anyway, let's get past the groan and get into Wolf Kaminsky, who is kicking off this round of combat.
All right, Wolf Kaminsky, currently paralyzed. Big L for Wolf, but we're gonna try to see if I can unparalyze myself.
DC 18 Constitution saving throw, so you get to add a +5 to that thanks to Reza.
Cool, and I also realized on the break that I do have +1 to saves, so we'll see if that helps at all. So that's an 11 plus 4 plus 5 is dirty 20.
All righty.
Yay!
Yay!
You see Wolf Kaminsky break free of the paralysis that was holding him stuck fast. Now, that did happen at the end of your turn, so on your next turn, you will be able to do something if the Yeti survives that long.
Hell yeah. Let's go.
Exactly. Who knows? The Yeti, whose eyes just flashed blue and locked eye contact with Reza, raises its arms and strikes out at Reza. First with a claw attack. And so let's see what that looks like here. That is going to, I think that's just one hit against you. That is 29.
Yeah, that'll hit.
And then the other one is simply 17.
That'll miss.
Okay, so you get, as the two claw attacks come out, you receive 18 slashing damage.
Cool. Thanks for those. Thanks to the inspiring speech of my pal Wolf Kaminsky. That's all temporary hit point.
Awesome.
Nice.
And then the Yeti, after slashing out at you, is going to go for a bite. Let's
go for a bite.
Pizza? Chinese?
There's
What do you
a
want to do?
22 hit.
Let's get a bite. What was that, Micah?
A 22.
Yes, my armor class is 20.
Okay, then that is... I always get the D8s and the D10s confused. There's a D8 and a... Nope, that's not
D10s
D8.
they're kind of roundy. That's
There
why
we go.
They're like tops. You can spin them.
That is 17 piercing damage.
Okie dokie. Well, goodbye temporary hit points, but I'm still totally fine.
All right. The Yeti has no bonus actions, so the Yeti ends its turn. Lady Sousa, it's your turn.
I don't have 2 turns on this round, so I'm going to stay back where I am and pull out my little hand crossbow and aim it at the Yeti and see how I do. Let's see. I feel like a 16 probably is not. Have we hit with a 16 or less so far?
You have not hit with a 16 or less. I will tell you that the Yeti's armor class is 17.
Okay,
Oh,
no. I have a feat called Lucky, so I am going to use one of my luck points, and I'm going to not mark that off. So that means I get to roll an additional d20 and choose which one to use.
Nice.
So there we go. That's a 10 on the die, so that's 21.
All right, that does hit.
Putting away that luck point. Okay, then I get, let's see, a hand crossbow does 1d6. So that is, 5 plus 5, so 10 piercing damage. And then I get sneak attack.
Well, I'm going to take
Because
a break. Anybody else?
My friends are right there. Okay, let's see. So that's, those two equal 10. Those two equal 10, so that's 20.
Uh-huh.
So 20, and then 26, plus 4 is 30. Plus 4 is 34, plus 1 is 35, plus 3 is 38. 38.
38 total?
Yes.
Okay. All right. This Yeti is not looking good. I will say that. It is hanging by a thread as a crossbow bolt, I think, just straight into the Yeti's eye.
One of the blue eyes.
One of those blue eyes, yes.
Yep.
It suddenly goes out, and the Yeti is breathing very heavily.
All right. I am going to use my bonus action to hide.
All right. So you skitter away, or perhaps like one of those. I think it's a spider that does it. Sort of buries itself into the sand.
That's
You
exactly
do it
right.
in the snow. Awesome. Zindalar, your turn.
Well, I guess I will try and see what I can do to help finish off this Yeti. Let us try another firebolt, but let us try harder this time. I feel pretty good about a 33.
You should feel good about a 33.
And that is 26 fire damage, plus 6 due to my draconic lineage, brings it up to 32 fire damage.
What does it look like as you roast a Yeti Alpha?
The question is not what it looks like. The question is, what does it smell like as the burning smell of wet carpet fills the
Yetis
outside?
roasting on an open fire.
It smells like victory.
And Zindalar says, "Sorry about the avalanche."
Well, you folks have successfully defeated the Yeti Alpha. Perhaps some of you, again, your passive perception is so high that it's like walking up to the body and perceiving it to see if there's anything that it has. The Yeti,
not big into pockets, these Yetis.
Yeah, they don't have any pockets as far as you can tell, but there's nothing really on the Yeti's person other than you notice that it is wearing a necklace that is fashioned from small bones. So it appears that the Yeti is intelligent enough to have created its own jewelry.
Oh no, I feel bad.
Well,
I don't.
What's its style modifier?
Its style modifier. Oh, it's +0. It's not a very pretty.
How are its vibes, Micah?
If we do a vibe check, the Yeti is oddly vibeless.
Crispy.
I guess things that are dead are vibeless, if you think about it.
Indeed. Yeah, they don't vibrate any longer. All right, so you folks successfully defeat the Yeti Alpha, and bolstered by the success, you find your way gets a little bit easier. You know, this plateau that was right before the top of the mountain, or at least the mountain part where Dresden's tower is much easier to navigate. It's high enough up that the air's a little bit thinner, and so the wind isn't as bad, and the snow is much thinner and not as much of an issue. So you're able to traipse along, making your way to the Tower of Dresden. You will all be taken to what will look like a large black space, but if you scroll down, you will find
scrolling the greatest adventure
of the map that is available to you and for you to see.
Dynamic
you
lighting.
all arrive at the base of Dresden's tower. This tower is quite tall, as you might imagine, and it you kind of arrive at this little summit area where there's a little bench and some lights. These are torches, and you can walk up these stairs that make their way to the front entrance of the tower. Now, as you're looking up at this stone tower, it rises about 80 feet from the rocky base of the mountain. And it seems to be illuminated all throughout with interesting lights in it. It is the Tower of Dresden the Lich. This cylindrical tower rises from the rock of Crumpet Mountain like the hilt of a gray dagger. Through the myriad windows and arrow slits, you see these strange lights glowing throughout, and over the howl of the blizzard, you could almost swear that you can hear the ceaseless cackle of the mad Lich himself in the very distance.
Tactical question, friends. Do we enter via the obvious front door, or do we perhaps use some less obvious methods to, say, go in through the top and work our way down?
How are we getting to the top?
Does it look climbable?
Is that a question for me or a question for your friends?
I guess it's a question for you, Micah. Like, what do I see? Do I think it looks climbable?
So as you are looking around the outside, from the look of it, certainly it looks climbable. It it is stone. It looks like you could use different tools that you would use, like a climber's kit or something like that, perhaps would be able to help you get through. And you do see some different areas as you're looking around that maybe, the roof itself or the arrow slits that are around the outside might be something that you would be able to use to gain access in some way. If you want more than that, I would need some perception checks.
Just going to point out before we consider this, I still have my disadvantage on all ability checks.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So you don't want to do anything that you'd be bad at.
My athletics is very good. So even with disadvantage, a plus 15 is probably going to be okay. But, just throwing that out there.
Yeah. I'm okay with either plan.
I will be happy to do whatever the group will do. I'm just pointing out. Got wings. Can also levitate one of you.
Now, does the tower? Is it on like a cliff, or is it like could we walk all the way around the tower to look at?
You can walk all the way. Yeah, you can walk all the way around it.
Because I'm just curious, maybe there's a secret door somewhere that we could actually just go in a back door, or maybe there's not even a secret back door, like a regular back door.
Like deliveries and such.
Could
we pretend to be delivering a pizza?
Yes.
That is also doable. If that is something, Lady Sousa, that you want to do, an investigation check as you make your way around the tower is what I would require.
Yeah, I'm all about recon, so I would like to do that. I mean, my investigation's not great, but I will give it a try.
I can give you guidance.
Oh, what does that do?
Nice. You get a D4.
All right, so that is only a 12 until I add the D4. So that becomes a 13.
All right, with a
and I'm being sneaky as I do it. I don't want to be seen.
Cool. So you kind of are sneaking your way around the outside, and with a 13, you aren't aware of any secret doors. You see that these really are, this is a really kind of blocked off kind of tower that you do have. There are doors. There's the main door that you saw, and there are windows. But you're not seeing much else in terms of entryways. The windows that you see, many of them are just kind of arrow slit windows. But you do see up pretty high, what might appear like a balcony, that is available. And then of course you can see even higher up, a roof that is up at the top.
Balcony.
How many
feet up?
So if the whole tower is 80 feet tall, the balcony is 50 feet up.
That's pretty high.
Possible
but
one of us could
we have somebody who flies. We just send up the flying person with a grappling hook.
Yep. Also, I can levitate one of you up with me. So.
I don't know how much this helps, but I have updraft, which also I don't know if that's like a real D&D thing, or like Wolf has some like my home DM made a custom class based on birds, but I have updraft, which is as an action, creatures within 30 feet must make a strength saving throw, which they can choose to fail, which propels them 30 feet straight up into the air.
Oh, cool.
Ooh.
So if maybe like we can kind of meet halfway.
Yeah, I return to the group and I say, "There's a balcony. Can we see the balcony from the front, or is it on the back?"
It is sort of to the north.
Okay. All right. I just appear because I was being sneaky, and suddenly I'm not being sneaky. Hi, everybody.
Sorry, you startled me.
So there's a balcony to the north. It's about 50 feet up. I recommend that we send Zindalar up with a grappling hook, and we all climb up and enter that way, rather than taking the front entrance, which I feel like is just too expected.
Yeah. It's always
I feel
good
like the vibes
to
of
show
this
up.
are more interesting.
It's good to be surprising. That's what a life of adventuring has taught me.
As
Now I only have
as-
50 feet of rope, so
As much as I'm inclined to knock on the front door and face this menace head on, I am willing to seek alternate methods to perhaps make our entrance more subtle.
And because we are up against the clock, we don't want all of the everything to be tossed off. So I have silk rope, 50 feet.
Oh.
So between what I have and what probably somebody else has, I feel like we have more than enough rope to get up there. So,
Yeah, I have hemp rope, 50 feet.
It's
yeah,
silk
that's not
rope
good
and hemp
enough for
rope
Lee.
they're not compatible. Really, you can't connect them. It's like
does anyone have an
I
adapter?
have an adapter. I
Yeah,
have
we
an
got
adapter.
dongle
A
for
dongle.
silk rope.
Oh my god, I
Rope
hate it.
dongle. Yep.
Yep, rope dongle. Yep.
Title.
You know, there's just no USB outlets on these dongles anymore.
That's the worst.
So it sounds like Zindalar is going to be given rope. Give me whoever's going to do the tying. I want a sleight of hand check.
Why don't you levitate me up and I will do that?
Let us do that
Or
because
are you
Sorry,
talking-
Zindalar,
to tie them together.
Zindalar is
okay.
not so great at
DC
notes.
10, so I know you'll probably pass it. But basically, how
I
good is your
can't get
tying?
lower than that.
Okay, then
Plus 17.
Oh, sweet. Well, you're
Wow.
good. Yeah. So you successfully tie the two types of ropes together, and yes,
Dongle.
with the dongle.
So sleight of hand, where like that rope was just one rope.
Does somebody who feels like they wouldn't be great at climbing want to lift? It'll cost me a spell slot, but can't take them with me.
Maybe Reza. He still looks really tired.
So
Again, I
tired.
do have plus 15. The chances of me even
I could
rolling
also
Oh
on this
wow,
is gonna
then
get
you're better than I
16.
am.
I could wish
I
that
have
you're
a
better
plus
rested.
2 to athletics,
The wish.
but I don't know
I
if
have a
it's
plus
worth a
0.
spell slot.
I am not a good climber. I climb fast,
right.
just not very well.
Just all right. I think plus 0. I think you're coming. You're coming with me.
Wee. Yep.
I'm gonna cast levitate. I don't think there's anything super exciting. You just kind of come with me. The way levitate works. Where's the thing on it? One creature or loose object of your choice that you can see
Wait.
within range rises vertically up to 20 feet and remains suspended there for the duration. As an action, I can choose to move them up with me. The range of the spell is 60 feet, but I'm also going to fly up with you. So we're going to go
Great.
up.
This is super belated, but level 20 characters, a million things you can do. I just realized I have levitate, but through an eldritch feat, it is at will, so I could just keep levitating people.
Oh, nice. So it sounds like
But
all
I'm
four
glad
of
we
you
got to
make your
have this
way.
rope moment.
We're up
Yeah.
the tower.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you need us to roll anything, Mike, or we're just consider this done?
No, you are able to.
I'm
make
using.
your
I have to use a
way-
spell slot, right?
Yeah. So don't bother.
Yeah,
Don't use
Yeah,
spell
yeah,
slots.
because I can do it
Wolf
at
can
will.
do it, and without you
All right.
But
needing
also,
a
it's
spell
only
slot,
20
so.
feet.
So
Yeah, but
if
you
But
can
that's
keep
okay.
moving upwards.
You can keep moving.
Oh,
people
okay,
up.
yeah.
If you scroll directly up, you will see that you all have landed on the
Oh, we're on a balcony.
the balcony
Yay.
of this.
Reza grunts. It's a nice view.
So yes, you all, because you're high level characters, have no problem making it to this balcony. As you look in, you see a large, comfortable looking bed with a purple duvet that clings to a small free wall at the center of the room. A desk, wardrobe, and other embellishments betray this room's function as a bedchamber. There are 2 staircases that lead in and out of this room. To the south, there is a stairway that leads down to the level below, and to the north is one that further ascends the tall tower. A pair of double doors, marks the presence of an outdoor balcony, which is where you are, while a door in the eastern wall probably hides a bathroom.
Does anyone have to
Is
go to
there-
the bathroom?
We should go
there-
now before we go.
Yeah.
further.
Is the door
If you need to think
leading-
about it, you need to go.
Is the door to the balcony open?
It is not open.
Is it locked?
It is, yeah, let me actually, I don't think I think I moved you all too close. Or one of you at least.
Yeah, that was me.
So the door is, give me a perception check.
Any of us? Or
17.
Okay. With a 17, you think that it is more than locked. In fact, you think there's some
Extra
sort
locked.
of magic involved.
Does this guy arcane lock his balcony doors? What a jerk
I mean,
move.
we are proof that that's a good idea.
Anybody got knock
I don't.
or dispel magic?
I think.
Hey, sorcerer, what you
I
got?
just-
Let me just
I
look at
got
my,
something. I know I have something that can remove magical from things. What was it? It's not teleportation circle. It's not fireball. The spell's already been
Fireball.
cast, so it's not counter spell.
A fireball in a pinch kind of opens a lot of doors.
I mean, I have, a crowbar. You can just
Yeah,
go with
an
the...
arcane, it's not going to get through an arcane lock though if it's
Lady
more than
Souza,
locked.
can you give me a straight up intelligence check?
straight up
I mean-
intelligence. 11.
Oh, okay. You are kind of just thinking maybe about your secret skills and wondering if they could be of help in this case. And you're not sure with an 11.
Yeah. I really, I don't think, I mean, I can use magic devices, but I don't know if that means I can if I can undo a magic lock. I don't think so.
Sorcerer, perhaps you might investigate this and see if it seems magical in some way. It does seem to go beyond just the mundane.
Can I
also-
roll an Arcana check
You
to study it?
you can roll an Arcana check.
I have
also
rolled a
have
24.
remove curse.
That would be an
So
interesting thing to
cursed.
try that I would absolutely allow you to try. But with a 24 Zindalar,
Yeah.
you are testing essentially the magic. You're feeling the vibes of this magic, and it's almost like eating way too much horseradish or wasabi. It blows you back
Spicy vibes.
with how spicy it is.
That's a spicy.
That's a
lock.
spicy arcana lock. You get the impression that a knock spell would help to reduce how difficult it would be to break in, but it would not open the door
Whoa.
itself.
This lich does not want guests dropping by unannounced.
I would like to look around.
on his 50-foot up balcony.
Let's just check if there's like a window next to the door we could just smash open.
Or knock on and be like, could you let us in?
Like the door
Oh.
has an arcane lock on it, but there's a cat flap that's just open.
I want to see, is there anything written around? I want to very carefully perceive,
Yeah.
just look.
Yeah, give me a perception check.
Okay, that is perception. That's 16.
You don't notice anything that's like a hint or a clue or anything like that. In fact, as you look around, you don't see really any windows on this side of the tower, other than the sort of glass opening that is this door. I've decided it's a glass door because I already
It's
described
even
the
more
inside of
insulting.
this room. So
I mean, it's a balcony, so
Yeah.
you put up
All
a
right.
glass door on a balcony.
Micah, is it possible I could persuade or intimidate this door, or perhaps challenge it to a duel?
it is. Give me an intelligence check, Reza.
Oh, that's not going to go well. So especially since I think I still get disadvantage because I'm so sleepy. I don't even know. I rolled
Does
a
someone want to assist
11.
Reza to
I got
give?
Oh yeah, to negate that.
Yeah, so that it leads to straight up roll.
Sure.
It doesn't matter. I got an 11 and a 12. Pick which one you want, and I'm guessing I don't learn very much.
You do not learn very much at all. Does anyone else want to give an intelligence check?
I already did, so I feel like I shouldn't.
I'll try.
Cool.
Dirty 20.
All right. So with a modified 20, you kind of perhaps peruse through your books that you keep in your brain in your mind palace, and you think about having heard about other spells on this level, and you know that even the the absolute magical power that this has can't compete with the mundanity of a certain amount of strength. You also
break the door.
know that a thief, perhaps, who makes use of their tools and who rolls, well, I guess you wouldn't say roll, and who does so incredibly well, who is incredibly dexterous, could also get through the magic that is keeping this door locked.
So what I'm hearing is, let's cast the wish spell to open it.
I mean, I could certainly give it a try with, because I have thieves' tools and I'm pretty good with them.
I mean, we're already up here.
Let's go.
We should. I don't want to go back down. That feels silly.
Yeah, no, that would be
right.
really more blow to morale.
I would
Just
literally have to put my tail between my legs.
Yeah, not on Mirthmas Day, people.
All right, Zindalar, please be ready to catch me if the spicy magic throws me off the balcony.
I can cast Levitate again, I guess, if needed. Or I guess technically I haven't cast it yet because we...
That's right.
Yeah.
Or I can do
But
it.
also...
If you are trying,
also wings, we're ready.
also,
if you look like you might need to be chain lightninged, also ready.
Yeah, I am going to try.
Okay, so using your thieves' tools, the DC for the dexterity check is 30.
Ooh.
Okay.
Can I give
Let
guidance?
me...
Yes.
I mean,
Please
hey,
do.
it could help.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's see. Does anybody
I don't
also
think I
want to use the
can-
help action so that I can
I
get
don't know
advantage?
if I can even help. Is it possible to even help if we're not proficient in thieves' tools?
Don't know.
You know what?
Is that helpful? Is it helpful to have a lion breathing down your neck being like, maybe try that thief
I
tool?
will let you either use guidance or get help, but not both. Does that seem fair?
So you get a plus
okay,
D4
what was the
advantage.
The difficulty?
30.
30, DC 30.
30. Okay, I'm real close, so I'll just take the guidance and hope. Because I rolled a 12 on the die, and then it's plus 17.
Wow.
So, yeah, that's, what is that? 20?
Yeah, that's 29. So
Yeah.
Oh,
you
so
just-
the guidance gets me there.
Yeah, the guidance
no matter
will
what.
get you there
But
no matter what.
I'll wrote it. It was 2, so I got 31.
Wow.
yeah.
Okay, so with that, you hear a click that then turns into this sort of resounding wave of sound as you see a glow on the door, this blue glow, as this sort of maze pattern starts to unwind itself on the door, and then the blue light fades away. And as the blue light fades away, the door feels like it's just a mundane door.
All right.
Cool.
Do we see anything differently through the glass? Has that changed anything in the room?
As you peer into the room, nothing in the room has changed. Everything still appears the same.
All right. I'm checking for traps. Like,
All right.
yes, this seems like the kind of lich that might magically lock a door and then trap it on top of that. But I rolled a 1 for my perception check.
Trap
so that's
free.
a 7.
Are you lucky?
Looks great.
Or does
I
lucky
am,
not...
but I
because it
only
causes
have
a luck point. Yeah.
Yeah, I only have 2 more.
You're not trained in perception, so you can't take 10.
No. Oh, yes, I am. Thank you for the reminder. Okay, so that's 16.
Okay, with a 16, you are looking all over the door and sort of maybe even sort of lightly tapping the handle on it, and you do not see or feel or sense any traps. I would say the lich counts on the magic it has to keep it safe. And what is the biggest mistake one makes in life but to count on one's power?
All right. Well, I'm going
It's
to
to steal presents from everybody at Mirthmas. That is the biggest mistake. You can...
I'm gonna use a little bit of oil to oil the hinges, and then I'm gonna ask somebody that's a little tougher than I am to be the one to open the door.
I'll open a door. I got no problems with that.
Just making sure it's quiet so it's not like a
All
giant
right.
screech.
Yeah.
Do we
Razor
know-
opens it.
does the lich...
That's just Razor making that noise. The hinges are fine.
What were you asking?
Does the lich have like other people that would be in the castle? Because I'm thinking what I can disguise us as other people, but I don't know if Wolf would know, like, does he have, like, workers in the building?
So Wolf would not know that, but it is a good question. So this Lich Tower, this Lich has been off on its own for 500 or more years. So yeah, you're not sure what's going on, but it is a good question. There may very well be people in here.
Disguise ourselves as a traveling circus troupe. Here
And
to
can we
entertain the
unionize
Lich.
those people?
The door is open. You may enter. You may move your tokens into the room if you would like.
Ooh,
I will
like
enter
the
and
mood
immediately
lighting.
hide.
All right. So, Reza, you head into the room, and as I mentioned, you do see kind of in front of you this bed with that purple duvet. And as you're looking around, it's kind of messy in here. It's likely, I mean, that a Lich doesn't need sleep, so the Lich probably hasn't spent much time sleeping. But there's a cool rug on the floor. There are some decorations, and there is a wardrobe as well as you walk into this room. But
Fur rug, purple satin blankets, definitely a bachelor pad.
Honestly, this place seems a little more shishy than I thought someone undead would be doing. I just really want to study that none of this is like illusory, or if there's any other magical things going on.
You're checking
gonna
the
do it.
vibe.
Yeah, quick Arcana vibe check. I rolled a 27.
Okay. As you do your Arcana vibe check, you don't get the impression of any illusion in the room. Although you do feel a sense of radiation of magic, not of any other form of radiation, microwave radiation from the, there's a sort of counter over here or table over here, and something from that area seems to radiate magic.
Could I do like an investigation or insight or something?
Yeah, just a straight up perception.
Okay, cool. Okay, yeah, perception. 14.
Okay, so with a 14, you walk over to, I would assume, are you wanting to look from a distance, or do you want to walk up and check out the table? It's totally up to you.
I'll walk towards it, but not like touch it.
Okay, so as you walk towards the table, you see sitting on the table several jars, and in one of those jars is a heart.
Ew.
It's a small little heart in a jar, and it just this was definitely Zindalar, the item that kind of radiated magic.
Should one of us do a nature check on what kind of heart we got going on here?
Not it.
Medicine.
I have +3.
I also
I
have
have
plus 3. I
+2.
will help you, so you have advantage. Study it.
Okay. It's a 7. So 10.
But you have advantage. You have advantage.
No, I rolled a 1 and a 7 on the dice.
Man, these dice are not doing it for you.
All right. Might
With
be
a 10,
lungs.
you
I don't
think
know.
it is the heart of a whale. It is a whale heart, which is
this is
just the
this is what
smallest
hearts look like.
the smallest whale
seen
heart you've
emoji.
ever seen.
Hey guys, there's baby whales. I lived out at sea for a while, and we saw a lot of aquatic beings, and it's a circle of life.
Yeah, got it, Jay.
But if
baby wheel.
it's magical, I feel like it's worth taking, regardless.
What if it's
I mean-
haunted?
Let me just ask this question. We know enough about liches. Do we know enough about liches to know lich stuff, Micah?
Like lich humor?
Lich
like
history?
Lich.
what if
What,
like
lich
there's a
lore?
what if there's a
Cultural
whale
lich?
zombie that's gonna come back and be like, "Where's my heart?" And then that
Yeah,
whale's mad at us.
I'm going with
I
lich
don't want a
lore.
whale
Yeah,
mad
Micah.
at me. That would really dampen my style.
Give me an intelligence check for some lich lore.
Lich lore.
Lich lore. Do 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 do. Lich lore. That's the Lich lore song.
Because I still have disadvantage, a 2.
Oh.
Oh,
God.
You
Can I roll
that
Lich lore?
You seem to remember a saying at one point that said "liches get stitches," and you're just very confused by it.
I see no stitches in this heart.
It's hard because they don't have a lot
That's
of
probably a
flesh
good
to
thing.
stitch.
I'm looking around the rest of the room to see if there's anything else, and maybe something else might give us a clue to what this is.
Since I know this heart is magic,
So-
can I now study the magicness of the heart?
That can happen, but we're going to address the searching of the room first.
I got a 23.
With a 23, you, I think, narrow in on the desk in the room, and you look kind of in one of the drawers, and as you do, you find a small black key that has a half melted bow, and there's a note on the key that reads, "This key is to the door upstairs. Don't go up there, Timothy."
I read
we're
it
not Timothy, so we
to
can
the
go wherever we
group,
want.
and then I put it in my pocket.
And then as you continue to look around the room, the other thing that sticks out to you is that there is another door in the room that is closed that for some reason the adventure decided that you would all think is a bathroom. I mean, maybe it is, maybe it's not. I just thought it was odd that it's like, it must be a bathroom.
Yeah, I'll check that for traps. 16.
So what was the skill you used?
If we find a lich
Perception.
taking a bath,
Okay.
then I have some questions.
Just to check for traps.
With a 16 perception, you do hear some breathing in the room. You do not see any traps.
Okay.
Did you mention that aloud?
Well, I'll go, whoa, there's breathing coming from in there, and I point at the door.
Is it from the other room or
From
sorry? It's specifically behind the door,
from whatever's
not in our
past.
room, not
Correct.
in our room that we're in right now. Okay,
Yeah, from the other side of this door.
this is the annoyance of Erica. You'll know this well. The divine sense, which doesn't work on anything behind total cover.
Nope.
Kind of useless.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any undead in this room?
Is there
that
a window
I
on
could
this door?
see?
There is not a window on this door.
What
Okay,
if I
then.
lean down and look under the crack?
You may
Is there a
lean down.
keyhole?
You may lean down and look under the crack. You may also look to see if there is a keyhole, and there is a keyhole.
There you go.
Sweet. I'm going to use my divine sense by looking through keyholes.
I love this.
So remind
so
me
the-
what divine sense
The presence of strong evil registers on your senses like a noxious odor, and powerful good rings like heavenly music in your ears. As an action, I open my awareness to detect such forces until the end of my next turn. I know the location of any celestial, fiend, or undead within 60 feet of you that is not behind total cover. You know the type, celestial, fiend, or undead, of any being whose presence you sense, but not its identity. For example, if it were the vampire Count von Zarevich. I also detect within the same radius the presence of any place or object that's been consecrated or desecrated, as with the Hallow spell.
You do not notice any celestial, fiend, or undead with your magic coming from that room.
Okay. Sweet. Everything's
Good
fine
to
then,
know.
in my opinion.
So does your divine sense keep your eyes from working as normal eyes whenever you, or did you
No.
sort of put your hand up to the keyhole and you, how did you?
I poked. I
you can still
literally
see.
looked through the keyhole so that I would be able to see,
Into the room.
so that
Okay.
right because it doesn't work if there's covers, but
Yeah,
that
I
just
don't-
means you can only see things. You can only detect things in the same room as you.
Okay. Yeah. I don't think then looking through the keyhole, I mean, there is, for a fact with your divine sense, there's not anything like that, but with your eye,
Okay.
I don't think you would have seen anything.
Fair
Is
enough.
there light? Does
There-
Reza see light coming from the other
Yes,
room?
there
or
is
it dark?
light.
I'm just about
Light
to open
and
this door
breath.
unless anybody's concerned.
I gesture as if go ahead.
All right, I open the door to this room.
And as Reza opens the door to this room, inside Reza finds what? You'll have to tune in next time to have that answer provided to you. Will they be defeated by some sort of non-celestial, I forgot what the other things were, being that is hiding inside of the bathroom? Will they make it out of this room? Will they find out who Timothy is? You will have to tune in next time to Total Party Kill, How the Lich Stole Mirthmas, to find out